After making a pot of tea, Dorothy sits down opposite Jim into a chair that creaks, telling him, turn over the TV. Innocently, they do not see that fatherless bullet burrowing through walls and flesh at night. Like Mr. Wright, does not hear the thudding of his son's running feet as he breathes ragged breaths around the corner. Nor his calling out while falling to a sharp-nosed, malicious glint on the harsh sodium streetlights. As a crow flies a few degrees south in a solitary house, Miss Jones pleads as quiet as a mouse between impacting foods on flesh and bone because Pete, drowned sorrows after a drunk crazed cast glass, shattered his visage cutting millions of fissures. Meanwhile, figures and statistics talk of guns spreading beyond gang disputes into hands of even younger youth. And the knife edge of rising violence and fatal stabbings in the capital makes London look deadlier than New York. But too few talk about directionless journeys of trying to discover what it really means to be a man, amid mad media influences feeding needs to belong. And still, thronging politicking politicians, picked from a mixed bag of politics, while tridently striving to arrest out of situations with misfired stereotypes, wildly percolating inside until regurgitating unsavory behaviours. Causing a mother's hands to strive to damn leaked out heart-shredding sounds, echoing down long lineages of unjustly cut short family trees. While society denies the unhiding of urban hidden divisions that can widen realizations so that the whole village decides to raise that fatherless child, expecting to be accepted, but institutionally rejected. Until unexpected fatherless bullets insanely fly awry, trying to find some kind of relevance by shortchanging flesh. But how many more body temperatures dropping morbidly cold into an enfolding embrace until prematurely erased? How many more lives to be changed or rearranged after DNA is spread under harsh lights from sharp knives let slip from slick grips to clatter down within impressionable minds? How many more wide boy drunk crazed cast glasses, shattering facial visages, cutting millions of fissures? How many more thronging politicking politicians picking from a mixed bag of politics? And how many more silent cries within domestic violence between impacting food and voiceless flesh? But before I digress, let us not sidestep or quake in the face of today's mortality rates. Instead, let the nation unwaveringly partake and lobby this case. How much more austerity? Because it's plain to see interplaying correlations of violence and high rising prices, building monolithic states sky high. But ultimately, culpability lies in hands holding smoking guns, loose fists, and sharp knives. But whose hand is it really? You decide.